Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Vodka Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, for August 2020, it is going to be another cheese compilation. I think this is number 4 or 5. Special thanks to Squeal of Fortune, who screened a lot of replays for me that I sent him to find the very best cheese that I have in all of the replays that I have in my folder. So top right hand corner for game number 1, we have the yellow Terran player iloveoov, and in the bottom left, it is the teal Zerg player July. Holy cannoli, this map name is WCG Azalea. I don't know if I've ever cast a game on this map before. It seems like an older one, especially because iloveoov is around. So I want to check this out real quick. See, whoa, it's just like narrow passageways everywhere, man. The center's kind of wide open, but everything else is just little narrow areas. This is very Terran favored for that particular reason. Easy places to set up tank lines. Zerg's going to have a hard time with it. Where's your natural base? What the what? Old maps, dude, they're crazy. Your natural's up here if you're spawned down that way. It's down here if you're spawned in the top right. So some of these are going to be older replays, all right? Some of these are going to be from, geez, over 10 years ago, okay? So we're going to see some strange stuff. We're going to see some builds that maybe aren't necessarily what we expect from the current meta, and that's totally fine. It does look like about a 9 pool here from July. Oh, overpool. Okay, so not overpool, rather. But a extractor trick pool here out of July. So he's going to start us off with about a 10 pool play. On the other side, just barracks first at home. Nothing iloveoov should struggle against all that much here in the early stages of this match. But yeah, welcome aboard to Brood War Cheese. Very excited to have you. It's been very requested by you guys in the comments over the past couple of months, and we got it taken care of. So yes, if you see Squeal of Fortune on the live streams on Sunday, or if you see him in the comments one of my videos, like, stop, give him a pat on the head, give him a handshake, tell him you're very happy for all the work that he did, because I really appreciate it as well. I just don't have the time to do a ton of screening in my own life. And that's where people like Squeal of Fortune come in. Fantastic. Alright, so we got our Lings out. We're throwing down the expansion here. Or about 12 hatch, I would say that one is. So nothing too crazy behind it. Not going to one base it. But the Lings are out. The 6 Lings are out. The Overlord scouting this way doesn't see anything. This Overlord scouting this way will not see anything for a while. Because again, it's still Overlord. So we're going to peel off a bit, right? We're going to try to check the bottom right. The top left is pretty clear at this stage. Like, unless the Terran player is not walling off, which they are. It's going to be in the top right or the bottom right, and the bottom right is clean. So let's go ahead and hop on up here, and I think we're ready to go, honestly. That's a pretty good hold from iloveoov. The early Ling pressure here from July is getting shut down quite nicely. And yeah, 2 Marines out with an SCV in here to body block as necessary. I mean, that's just it. We're done. 4 Marines. Yeah, a 1-to-1 ratio when you have a wall to stand behind. It's just iloveoov is doing some fantastic stuff. And he is considered one of the true fathers of Terran in StarCraft, you guys. I mean, he is really, really good. He didn't have a super duper long career, but his highs were extremely high. Going for a 3rd hatch behind this. Holy smokes. All right, man. Well, Academy coming up. Double racks here off of 1 base from iloveoov. The Lings are like, okay, so there's not an expansion here or there. What is going on? In July, again, an incredible player, but maybe, I don't know, it might be younger here. Just because, again, iloveoov, older player, and July, something of an older player too, but not as old. So this might just be a younger, maybe less experienced July when this game is being played. So the Marine counter is like, you know what? You opened up pool first, but guess what I did? I opened up 2 racks with an Academy, with gas. I'm going to get stim. I'm going to get range upgrades. It's going to be fantastic. So here's the feint, and man, July's in trouble. He's got 1 sunken. There are no medics. So, there we go. 2 medics in production now as more Marines are joining the party. And it is going to be stim. Yeah, obviously stim first. This is a really nice counter from iloveoov. I really don't have any complaints about it whatsoever. I'd like to see another sunken come up here. Again, you got to cover this area. This is pretty safe unless you get dropped. But for ground attacks, if you sunken here, not a bad idea. Although you kind of want to worry about people coming around this backside and causing you trouble there as well. Yeah, I like iloveoov's position. He's got Firebats next. Good. Next round of Firebats. Another Firebat coming in. And I'm like, July needs another creep now. He is in so much trouble. He's got a good number of lings. He's going up to a lair off of 1 gas. But like another sunken here would be incredible. I really feel like a current Zerg player would have that second, probably a third sunken up by now. So iloveoov says, yeah, there's static defense. We're not surprised by that at all. Oh, he set the first Marines up so that maybe July doesn't have full analysis of what's going on here. This is the most lings I've seen in defense of this kind of a push. This is crazy time. Worker counts are virtually even right now. And again, there's not an expansion. Okay, iloveoov expanding now. But, oh gosh, those lings though, the fire bats! Okay, so a lot of stuff died there. The fire bat's doing some serious work. 4 kills on that guy. Medics healing up as well as they can. That's a push, man. You can take down that one sunken. Dude, iloveoov. Oh boy, there was a window there. We talk about this a lot, right? We can see what's going on. We have complete omniscience. Okay, so maybe just waiting for some reinforcements, but now there's 2 sunkens and now he pulls back. If there was 1 sunken, it'd be so much easier to deal with. The lings are trying to do a bit of a counterattack, but like 2, 3 of them make it out. Here's the run by. He's trying to sneak up this way. Drones pulling on out. Oh boy, the drones are trying to fight. Oh, that sunken gets canceled. The lair's in trouble. That overlord's gonna die. These drones are pulled off. They need to be working down there. Although I don't know if they want to fight. Dude, these 3 fire bats with stim though, with medic support, there's no static defense in the main base whatsoever. Can the lings hold here? The answer is, I don't know. The drones are fighting. And no, it's not enough. July has left the game. That's a 10-kill firebat. That is a 10-kill firebat, a 7-kill firebat, 8 kills on each of these Marines. Let's do some basic math. 17 kills on those firebats. 2 there, 19, plus 8 is 27, plus 8 is 35. 35 individual kills combined for the remaining forces here on the map. There's a lot of blood around them, but they completed their mission. They forced the Zerg player to tap out. He's done. He's dead. And the 2 racks timing attack there with stim, with medics, with firebats, enough to take down July. So iloveoov, really fantastically strong build. Almost a counter build, right? July goes for the early pool. Nothing doing. Complete waste of time for him. It hurt him economically. He didn't get any damage done on the other side. And the fact that it was also a 2 racks opening out of iloveoov was a major problem for July. Sometimes that happens, man. Build order losses are a thing, and the control is pretty good there. Again, a lot of stuff died, but the firebats getting stuff done. These Marines have seen some stuff, you guys. Seen some things. All right, cool. So that's game 1. Let's move on to game numero 2 here on the cheese. I'll figure out if this is cheese 4 or 5. We'll have that in a second. Be right back. Welcome back to Cheese compilation number 5. Yes, I did look it up. The 5th Cheese compilation since I started casting Brood War on my channel. It's going to be Boneth versus Daishinaki. Top right-hand corner here is the purple Protoss player. It is Boneth. And in the bottom right, we got ourselves a Terran player. He is orange. And he is Daishinkai. Names are hard, yo. Daishinkai. Fair enough, y'all. Anyway, what are we doing here? Things are good. Things are good here. I know the world is maybe a little bit scary in a lot of ways, but we will always have StarCraft, and that's a good thing to fall back to. I'm happy the NBA playoffs are happening. I am somebody who enjoys sports in all forms, whether it's ball sports or esports. I wish there were more of us. But, you know, I can't make people like what they don't want to like. Anyway, what are we doing? We're going to go for a cannon rush? It seems like there'd be a probe moving out already if this was going to be a cannon rush. So, no, that's not what we're looking at all. But, regular old gateway, ready, set, go. How about on the Terran side? You going to proxy? Again, I think there'd be SCVs out if there was a proxy. So the last time we had a cheese compilation, number 4, there's a lot of debate about the nature of cheese and what qualifies as cheese and what's just a regular timing attack. And according to Liquipedia, anyway, what qualifies as cheese is if you don't succeed with it, if you don't kill your opponent with this strategy, like kill them fast, then you lose. You're risking so much by doing it. It's really powerful. It can be really powerful. But additionally, if they can hold it, then, well, that's it, right? You're toast. Like cannon rushes. So, and then there are timing pushes where, you know, you're going to go for something fast, and you're going to wait for an upgrade to finish or something, and then go hit them. But that's not necessarily something that's going to, if you don't kill them, you can still fall back, you still have defenses, you still have an economy, right? It's not something that is going to result in your defeat in the end. So I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to think about. I don't think any two people necessarily agree on what this is. You guys, it reminds me of my humming only cast that I put up a couple days ago. I don't know. I got some reactions. We're gonna say that. Some people are like, "Are you silent protesting? Are you depressed? Is something wrong?" And no, the answer is somebody suggested I just have a humming cast a couple months ago, and I was like, nah. But then I was at the end of a very long casting session for the channel, so I'd have a buffer for my vacation, and I was like, you know what? Humming a cast sounds like less work than doing a regular cast. So that's what happened. Dude, that zealot just killed that their SCV. This is blocked. We've had this discussion before in Cheese. Zealot pressure. It looks like he should be able to walk through that. He cannot for black magic reasons. Anyway, where did my scroll go? Must have selected something by accident. All right, so command center. Wow, command center coming up in the face of this. I mean, he did scout, right? He scouted with the SCV. There's a hidden Citadel of a Dune over there. Dragoon shows up. Now we're in trouble, lads. It's really hard to repair when there's a Dragoon firing on your SCVs. Oh, they're repairing the SCV. That's repairing the factory. It's a repair tree. Oh, I like it. I like this a lot. It's nuts, but I like it. That SCV finally goes down. But we're building a tank. All right, cool. So one tank sitting back here should be just fine. And is that going to be, I guess, DTs? It's got to be DTs, right? Yeah, that's a Templar Archives coming up. There's going to be a DT rush here out of the Protoss. How's Daisha Nakai going to do with it? So tank takes a couple hits, but is able to sit back here and just get some shots off on the tanks. Or on the Dragoons, rather, and that's going to be it. Ooh, good hits, though. Okay, now he's working on siege mode, because that's going to shut this down. But if the factory dies before the machine shop researches that, then it's all over. So the expansion now coming up from the Protoss. But additionally, the Templar Archives just finished up here. So I have to imagine it's got to be a DT. There it is. So immediately Dragoon finishes, DT begins. Here at about 5 minutes, 5-minute DT rush. Expansion is trying to move on out there, but difficult to do. Although siege mode done. Okay, so siege mode up. Dragoons really don't want much to do with this. They really don't have any interest. So they're going to pull back and do a bit of a contain as they wait for their DT to show up and hope there's, I mean, there's no scans, right? There's not an academy. There's not an engineering bay. Academy now getting started. The question is, will it come up in time, and how many scans will be available when the DTs arrive? This is what I like about the Cheese comps, is I don't get to cast DT rushes all that much, because the games that I like to cast are longer. And the longer games don't usually start with a DT opening because it's kind of over at that moment, or, you know, it doesn't usually go into a 35-minute game after that. And a Robo, so maybe, okay, I like this. I do like the shuttle DT combo. It is pretty nice. Got a Vulture cruising on out. You know what? That is a wide open and unprotected probe line. Okay, DT, here he is. Four swipes down. Oh my gosh, the ComSat station isn't even done. Ah, I underestimated how long it would take to build that. Oh boy, this might just be GG. And it is! Oh though, his timing was just a little bit too late. That is StarCraft sometimes in a nutshell, isn't it? Every once in a while, you're doing the right thing, but it's just too late. And then the DT shows up and kills all your tanks, and you don't even have a ComSat station, and then you're just done. Incredible. Nicely done. I like it. I like the Zealot pressure with a couple Dragoons in there, kind of keeping the Terran player from maybe doing what they want to do, expanding behind it even, and then just teching straight up to Templar Archives, hiding it even, so a scan won't reveal it easily. Usually want to scan up here if you're a Terran player, so I love that position. Amazing. All right, so DT Rush succeeds. Let's move on. We got more cheese coming. Don't leave the house. Wait. Don't leave the cast. Nara versus Savior on Blitz. Top left-hand corner, it is the orange Protoss player, Nara. And in the top right, we got ourselves Savior. Should be great. Have I casted him on Blitz yet? What the? This is an island. This is an island expansion on the low ground. We've got Dr. Stillwell here. We've got Bob's Guns over here. Expansion locations are pretty cool. Super wide open. Like, walling that off against Zerg seems impossible. This has gotta be a Zerg favored map, man. Look how wide open these ramps are. There's places to fight. This is a giant place to just smash heads. This is pretty good too. Dr. Stillwell has an office down here to the south as well, which makes a lot of sense. DJ's Ice Cream. It's all gated up. Maybe this is after hours. You think the battles happen after hours? I bet they do. Anyway, what's going on? No proxies. That is a pylon, and that probe is scouting about. But there's no early pool yet. There's no forge yet. Dude, a cannon rush against Zerg would be so good. Against Savior, no less. Would be so good. With some drone probe harassment over on that way. And there's the 11 pool out of Savior. It's an overpool, as the second Overlord has popped out already. So pretty standard opening. Nothing too crazy about that, I gotta say. And really, at this point, with the pool on the way, it's not a hatch first play. I don't think a cannon rush would do much regardless. It almost looks like a Nexus first out of Nara, though. Holy smokes, really? That poor drone's already taken some hits, or he'd be willing to fight that probe for sure, but he's got to get out of there now. He also doesn't want to get scouted, right? The probe says, I don't want to see you to see me throw out that Nexus first play. Because you... Oh, coming back around. Coming back around. There's the Nexus first. Oh, this is so gutsy. This is so gutsy out of Nara. It's punishable, is what it is. With that pool coming on, that pool finishing up now. Did he... I heard something come up, but maybe it got canceled. Whoa! He's punishing it by pulling the boys. All right, drone pull. Forge coming up after the Nexus, which means it's not done yet, which means cannons are not on the way. Oh, this is an all-in. There are a handful of drones back here, but by golly, four sets of lings on the way. There we go. Bunch of lings cruising on out here. There is a cannon coming up. The probes are here to block. They recognize what's coming. They saw the drones. This is going to be a tight, tight hold right now from Nara. So the drones are fighting against the cannons right now. The probes are fighting against the drones. The drones are kind of getting taken down at the moment. That cannon, however, also very dangerously low on HP, but it does manage to survive. The lings have now showed up. The lings are going to fight, but you know what? Probes are pretty good fighters. Probes are pretty darn good fighters against these lings. That cannon needs to die, and by golly, die it does. Die it does. The cannon... Oh, the Nexus. Is that a cancel? That's a... Oh, why is there debris? I thought if you canceled it... There's no way they killed that. The drones did not kill that Nexus. That's got to be a cancel. All right. So now lings are inside your house. This is just a horrible situation. It's 8 to 6 workers, but there's Zerglings, and you don't have any attacking units at all. If Nara can hold this... Nara's god status will be cemented on this channel, which it should already be in all fairness, but... if they get the Nexus, it's over. I mean, that's the problem right now, is that if the Nexus dies, that's it. And there we go. GG. There's no way. There's actual economy back home. Savior has a home to go back to. The that's GG. Like, there's nothing you can do here. The dancing. Look at the dancing on display here. Savior. It's like, hey, I'm going to let your cannon finish. And then I'm going to kill your cannon, and I'm going to kill all your probes, and that's going to be it. Savior. Bit of the bad manner there, but Nara kind of hanging on a little bit too long, too, in fairness. Why are we still here? Nara, buddy. Wow, he's going to make Savior kill his forge, his final building, and then the game will be over. I am wrong. Oh, I'm not wrong. It's over. Dang. I mean, going Nexus first, right? Going Nexus first against somebody like Savior, an elite Zerg player, seems incredibly risky, especially if you get scouted, man. And that, he just pulled the boys. He's like, you know what are pretty good fighters? Drones. You know what can buy some time before the Lings get there? Drones. You know what makes sure there aren't two cannons ready to go when my Lings arrive? Drones. They were the key to this whole thing. And punished it was. Incredible. Great stuff from Savior there. That was really fun. All right. Moving on. We have more. Can you believe it? There's more in this compilation? Of course you can. You saw how long this video is. Yes, we'll be right back. It's gonna be C versus IdrA. Right side of the map and the bottomish, it is the red Terran player C. And in the bottom side, it's a yellow Terran player, IdrA. All right, man. So TVT cheese here for you for the cheese compilation. Hit that like button if you haven't already. This has been a lot of fun. This has been some interesting stuff for sure, and I think we have a lot more excitement to come. But yeah, the like button just helps the algorithm know that I'm here for YouTube. Recommends my videos to other people. You can have more comments, more people to chat with and argue and fight about with Brood War. One of my favorite arguments is whether Protoss is overpowered versus Terran. Because, man, there's a lot. There are a lot of arguments about that for sure. I mean, there's the Artosis side of it, wherein they say that Protoss is super OP in PvT, and then you have the Terran side of it, which is like... no, wait, that is the Terran side of it. The Protoss side of it, which is that siege tanks are incredibly overpowered. So it's a good one. It's an eternal argument, and one that's going to keep going forever. Speaking of which, I've been casting Artosis games. So what happens is people watch his YouTube channel or his Twitch where he plays games, but he doesn't commentate them because he's playing, because commentating and playing is insanely hard. But they're like, dude, he just played this insane game. I just saw it on his Twitch, or I just saw it on the YouTube, and I need you to cast it. And Artosis is such a nice guy. I just messaged him, and he's like, yo, sure, here it is. Thanks. And I'm sure to plug his YouTube channel and his Twitch and everything, and it really turns out. So I've got another one coming soon. I think Tuesday. Next Tuesday, maybe a little bit later than that, but more Artosis stuff on the way if that's what you're into. There was a TVT Artosis match that I posted that got 20,000 views, which is, we're going to say it's above the average for the channel, for sure. So you guys love your Artosis stuff, and I do too. He's a fun player. He's a great personality. He's the gold standard in casting. Him and Tasteless together. You really can't do better than those guys, and I hope they keep doing it for a long time. Anyway, Artosis is not here. This is C and IdrA. IdrA is a fellow American, though, and known for his BM. Really surprised nobody's proxying here. Power generator. What the heck? I just realized. I don't know what map this is. It's like a big star in the middle, like a compass, right? Here's point. South, west, north, east. You're on high ground, your expansion's not too bad, your third base is pretty close too. And the rush distance is... Wow, it is not much. It is not much at all. But I do love you can use this to help wall off against Zerg, if, in fact, you're struggling. God, that's another crazy thing. I just realized that map, that last map we were on, Blitz, it was so wide open, and yet Nalra was like, I'm going to go Nexus first. Didn't even try to wall that off. That was incredible. That was incredible. Incredible. Starport pretty fast here out of C. Oh no, this is going to be some rage. Just getting the factory, because again, this is a one-base attack out of C. He hasn't expanded at all, which IdrA knows. By the way, he's aware. Machine shop, starport. Is this going to be like Wraith harassment? I kind of love the idea of Wraith harassment here. Because like Terran's going to go into mech in a TVT, right? You're going to have a couple Marines. And maybe if you're worried about this, you're going to have a bunch of Marines. And you know what? I don't know. You can start with bio to a certain extent in TVT. I haven't cast a really long TVT in some time, so... I mean, with the exception of that hour-and-a-half long game with Artosis on La Mancha, let's just say there were a lot of battle cruisers involved. You probably saw it if you're watching this. Let's just say that. Also, I guess... maybe since we're watching and we have a bit of time here, I post new Brood War every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I'm pretty sure that's the same no matter where you are in the world. So if you're ever wondering, how come there's not a Brood War post? Well, it's probably because it's Wednesday or Friday. But the rest of the days, it is a lot of Brood War. Highly enjoyable. So Marine Tank, Wraith. So a bit of a one-baser attack here. IdrA throwing up a bunker. IdrA producing a tank. He doesn't have one yet, though, which is a problem. Ooh, Cloak is on the way, too. And this tank doesn't have Siege either. It does take some time for that upgrade, and it is on the way. So this is a bit of a contain right now from C. He's going to try to put some pressure on IdrA. Try to take down that bunker, because tanks do outrange bunkers, even if they're not in siege mode. Tank range, not bad, y'all. Bringing his barracks over for scouting purposes. IdrA using it to see what's outside his front door a little bit. That siege is going to take forever. And then the Wraith shows up. The Wraith shows up. Recognizes, okay, you can abandon your front if you want and try to deal with this Wraith. But then your front door is incredibly wide open. There's 2 tanks versus 1 tank and a 1 bunker with a Marine in it. I think C could maybe just A-move there because the response to the Wraith has to be real. It has to be pretty... And then there's the Cloak. And there's no scan available. And Siege is done. And IdrA is toast. IdrA has been toastified. There's no way. There's just nothing... There's nothing doing here. The tanks have Siege. His defensive tanks do not have... Oh, now they do have Siege. He's going to try to come out here, but dude, there's a bunker with 4 Marines in it. The SCVs aren't going to do anything. I mean, all his SCVs are getting wrecked down this way. He has more workers than C does, but that's going to change fairly often. Or fairly soon. And maybe often as well. C's pulling back. C's like, you know what? Job well done. I've basically locked down this mineral line here. He's trying to get a comsat station. He's making wraiths of his own, which is going... I mean, 1 wraith at a time versus the 2 wraiths here is not going to work out super well for him. Dude, this 6... They have 9 kills. Some of these are Marines. Like that one. That one just died. He was hiding behind the refinery, but he could not hide forever. Oh, he dropped the tanks up here. See? And IdrA just rage quits. He's out. He didn't have any special words for C here, but he's done. Because of this. Oh, that's so brutal. Brings the dropship over, drops the tank on the high ground. There's nothing doing. That line's dead. This line is dead. Nice job, C. You boss. You boss of a human being. That was fan-freaking-tastic. All right, well, lesson learned. One-basing Terran stuff can be pretty sneaky if they go for that quick starport, yo. Wraiths can show up. We can dropship tanks onto you. If you're in this map, suddenly this high ground behind your base is a huge liability. That's going to be all she wrote. Okay, next up, we have a not IdrA replay. Let's see what that's all about. We'll be right back. We're on Neo, the Lost Temple. And it's going to be Bank versus Iraq. Or Iraq. Depending on what country you're in, I guess. But it is Iraq. Bottom side, it is a blue Zerg player. It is Bank. And in the top right-ish, it's a teal Terran player, Iraq. I don't know. I don't know who these players are. I'm going to guess that most of you do not either. But this is basically an alternative of Lost Temple, as we can see here. You got the 4 spawning locations. You have the island base top left, bottom right. That's a spawning location. 2, 3, and 4. Very close air distance, right? These guys. And these guys as well. So yeah, it's just kind of a Neo Lost Temple setup. They probably adjusted some imbalances and whatnot. But alright, what are we doing here, guys? I always look for the early pool when there's a Zerg involved, but no. This is not even close to a 4 pool. We're already up to 9 drones, so that's not happening. It is a 4-player map, so some Zerg players feel pretty safe going for a hatch first play, which this is a drone scout instead of a hatch first play. Got a barracks coming up at home for Iraq as well, so this is not going to be a proxy racks. We haven't seen any proxies today at all. I might need to do a better job finding replays for Squeal of Fortune to look through that maybe have a better chance of being proxies, which I don't know how I would do that, to be honest. A little bit of some drone harass up here, which is weird, but not crazy weird. There's your second racks. Okay, so he sees what's up. So we're going to go for the pool. Going to go for the overpool here at about 9 or 10 supply. No big deal. Gas coming in here as well. What I would love is to chase this drone out and then cancel the rack. So maybe go for an expansion and force the Zerg player to overreact to what's going on here. That'd be pretty good. But the drone is still alive. The Marine will chase him away and allow this barracks to actually finish constructing here. Poor Terrans and their exposed SCVs. That's always a sad thing. Man. Oh, he got an SCV. This drone got a kill, and he's got 3 HP to speak of. But the barracks is going to finish regardless. This drone very bravely going into that mineral line, by the way. Oh, and the gas steal. He's like, hey, if you're going to go 2 racks, try going 2 racks without any gas. How's that work out for you? Oh, he's throwing up a bunker. Iraq's like, fine, I don't need gas. I'm going to bunker up your low ground. How do you like them apples? Well, the lings are already out, so them apples might be a little bit rotten here. Is that bunker going to finish? I don't know if it matters. There are so many lings. The positioning to keep the Marines from getting inside that bunker at all. Oh, that was a thing of beauty here from Bank. He's like, all right, we're going to kill this bunker. I don't know what else is coming this way. The answer is there were a couple Marines, but they're going home now because that bunker is dead. Now the Ling counterattack, and you can probably hold this. Ooh, can you hold this? This is a lot of Lings, man. The expansion is finally coming up, but not before a bunch of Lings have been made. Metabolic boost is about complete, too. That's so good for the Zerg player. The gas steal, I love that it comes with its own creep. Just a little bit of creep. Brighten up your home. Can he hold? Can Iraq hold against this? I don't know. Going up that, in general, going up a ramp as a Zerg player is not super recommended, it turns out. I mean, oh wow, it's actually kind of working out. Okay, that worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Dude, there are Lings on your production. That is not good. Every Marine that comes out is going to be immediately beset upon by a bunch of Zerglings. The SCVs are good fighters, but guess what's here? More Zerglings are here! Oh, that's GG. That's too much. The Lings have speed, which doesn't increase their HP or their attack at all. But, it just makes them better. I just feel like they hit harder when they have speed. And that's it. Iraq is out. We went for the 2 racks opening. Tried to go for the proxy bunker. Got absolutely shut down by the overpool play into the gas. The delayed expansion. The drone scout was massive. And Bank here won the day. ANC Bank won the day. I don't know who these players are. Like, if you're, if you know who this is, I'll put a link in the description to who it is. And maybe this is just the player, right? They just go by ANC Bank all the time. This is not a Smurf, y'all. All right, cool. We'll be back, man. We got more of this stuff. I'm loving these short games. They're a lot of fun. Stick with it. You know what it's time for? A little ZVZ. It's going to be Hyun here versus Terror. Top right-hand corner, the red Zerg player, Hyun. And in the top left, it is Terror, under his well-known Smurf name. It is 1A, 2A, 3A. Alright, man, all this APM in the early stages of the game. For no reason, just to warm up your fingers, obviously, but hey, that's cool. That's fine, I support it. I do the same thing when I play, and it does kind of help. Like, your fingers are looser when you need the APM in the mid-game, if you're kind of spamming a little bit in the early stages of the match. So this, I mean, ZVZ is largely about build orders, right? Whose pool went down first, and you might be surprised. Sometimes whose pool is first is not good. If you can get your pool down after your opponent, that means your economy is better than theirs, and Defender's Advantage kicks into where your lings can be out when their lings show up. You can defend, and you have a better economy, and it can kind of snowball from there. So I'm curious to see what these players are both up to, as we are here on Fighting Spirit. Overlords scouting, unfortunately Hyun going the wrong way, and Terror scouting the completely correct location. Alright, so just a regular old, is that a 9 pool? That's a 9 pool, friends. That is not an overpool. 9 pool on the way, and Terror, no such thing. No such setup here at all. So what, is he going hatch first? He's going hatch first. All right, man. Big old 4-player map. You're taking a risk, but not as much of a risk if it's a 2-player map. So I can respect it. Let's see how this works out for Terror, who's been, you know, something of a staple on the channel as of late. He's really fun. Really fun to watch. He is, in fact, a Terror. He's aptly named. All right, so we got 6 lings on the way at about 2 minutes. Tale as old as time here. Pool is just now getting started. The only saving grace here for Terror is that Hyun doesn't know where he is. So we'll watch the graceful Zerglings as they cruise across the savannah. On the other side, there are, well, there's no Zerglings on the way because the pool's not done. Okay, well, is that our GG? I can't imagine it's really anything else. The drones are not going to fight well against this at all. They're trying to protect a creep, a Sunken that's actually coming up, but that is so much damage, and the Sunken is dead, and that's your GG. I think that's it. Too many lings here. The drones are fighting. The drones are fighting here. A couple of the lings went down. There are lings popping in those eggs. He's trying. There you go. He's trying to hit them before they come out. Ah, snipes one. Snipes the other one. This is such godlike control out of Hyun right now. Oh, that was good. And that's it. Terror's out. Hyun. Hyun getting the win in 3 minutes and 26 seconds with the old 9 pool. Into 6 lings and to go kill your opponent. I hope they went hatch first. Did he get? Oh, did he guess the right way? I mean, he did. He guessed the right way. He never scouted this bottom left. Nobody did. He was like, well, I hope he's top left, because if he's not, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, cool. Let's keep that going. Again, build order losses. They're a thing in StarCraft. Stick with it. We shall return. Hey, it's Paranoid Android. It's Bag Seong versus iloveoov in something WCG related, because there's a WCG observer here. Cool. Top side, yellow Terran player iloveoov. And on the right side, the green Zerg player, teal Zerg player, it is Bag Seong. I'm going to call him Bag from now on, because I actually don't know how to pronounce Seong very well. S-E-O-N-G. I feel like I should. Maybe I expect too much of myself in the pronunciation sides. Anywho, quick plug for the Patreon. I am at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. I recently hit a donation goal where I'm going to be casting and producing a Brood War tournament for my subscribers. So if you want to participate, hit that subscribe button. then head on over. Oh, I should. I'll set it up, and I'll put a link in the description here, okay? We'll do it in about a week or maybe 2 weeks. Give people a chance to train up, be ready. I'll cast that thing out on Twitch or maybe here on YouTube. That'd be pretty fun, too. Either way, I'll have some cash prizes, so follow the link. Follow it real good. And also patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Word. Okay, what are we doing? Barracks on the low ground here from iloveoov. That's not crazy. Paranoid Android is a weird map. Guess we're going to have to do this the whole time, huh? Yeah, it's like not symmetrical. You spawn here and spawn here. But then there's a really long way you have to go to cross a bridge and come up the other way. And so the rush distance is not as short as you would want it, like expect it to be, considering, again, how short you or how close you are by air. But anywho, hatch first in it here. I think that was a 12 hatcher. Yes, it was. Out of bag. No problemo. So it's hard for me to see the Zerg player as being the cheeser here. And it's a 2 racks opening out of iloveoov. Is that kind of, I mean, sure. It's a bit of a bread and butter situation, right? It's just if you don't have a good 2 racks in your arsenal as a Terran, are you really a Terran player? I will submit, probably not. Gas coming up. Drone knows what's going on. Overlord probably doesn't want to die. And there's your bunker. All right, bunker up. And, see, this is the problem. If your pool's not done, this is a lot harder to do. But you know what? If that guy doesn't micro, he also just dies. And the drones are faster as well. Okay, so that Marine is dead. This bunker going to try and finish. While the drones are distracted by his Senior Marine up here. You really can't kill these drones super effectively. They're faster than him, and they hit pretty hard with there aren't any upgrades. Oh, get in! Oh, he got in! That's massive. He gets in the bunker. The drones can't do anything about this. The Lings are going to have to break this thing now. The drones are just out. They're going to try to kill additional Marines that are trying to get inside that bunker, but man, they are seriously injured as well. The Lings are going to jump on this. They get a full surround, but another Marine gets inside the bunker. There's 3 Marines in there. Can they do it? Another Marine attacking. The Lings are slowly getting whittled down to 0. And that is a 4 Marine bunker. I mean, okay, it's burning down. I don't know if he's even going to bother bringing an SCV down here. I'm not sure that he needs it at the moment. Yeah, he's going to let it burn down, but he's got like 1 Marine for every Zergling, if not more than that. So the hatchery is dead. The 2 base pressure here, man. No gas even. No gas. Just bunker. Just bunker and Marines. You know how it is. Yeah, I mean, the Lings are going to try to, yes, and maybe a couple Marines are going to die, but I don't want to call GG too early here, because that seems like a bad idea, but I mean, never mind, he's out. All right, so bag is out. iloveoov is looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, just traditional stuff here, man. 2 racks opening, no gas. Keep making SCVs, build a bunker down here, hope your Zerg opponent went for a hatch first play, his Lings are going to be late. The bunker completes, the hatch dies, that's it. Pretty darn simple stuff, if you ask me. I have not even been checking final scores because the games are just too short. I don't know how much it matters. Someone's going to complain, but hey, such is the nature of the beast. Okay, more. Cheese. For reals. Haya versus Sky here on Fighting Spirit. I don't know why there are 100 people watching. But anyway, top right, brown Protoss player. It is Sky. And in the bottom right, it is the teal Terran player. It is Haya. Alright, y'all. Who's going to be the cheeser here? I really just kind of want a cannon rush. I don't know how else to explain this to you, but a cheese compilation without a cannon rush seems incomplete in some way. Like, I mean, cheese is not necessarily the only type. It's not only cannon rushes. But yet, it feels like the proto cheese. As soon as StarCraft came out and Protoss players were like, wait, cannons shoot air and ground? You can build them wherever you want? There are 150 minerals? Sweet. And that cannon rush was born. So again, no proxies. Nothing happening here. I guess we have a minute. We have a minute, so let's talk about the store. FalconPaladin.store is the place you want to go for all of your Falcon Paladin related merchandise. We've got shirts, hats, pillows, hoodies. I mean, it's hot in the northern hemisphere right now, but it's going to get cold soon. I want to have a nice little hoodie to cuddle up with for fall time. Anyway, FalconPaladin.store, check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Boy, I'm trying to figure out where the cheese here is. And again, it absolutely could be a question of a DT rush. Which is going to be a while, right? It's not like, ah, yes! In the first 2 minutes, this is clearly a DT rush. Although that gas is pretty early, the Zealot on the way, the SCV does scout the right direction, which is nice for Haya. So knowing where your opponent is and recognizing they're going for a one base opening on you, there's going to be Zealot showing up at your house. Like, I don't know if you want to expand normally, Haya. I'm looking at it. Because, like, the Zealot's going to be here soon, y'all. Zealot's actually chasing the SCV, which I do not agree with. I do not concur with this decision at all. But it's good. Yeah, so Dragoon coming out, Dragoon range coming in. Maybe a pylon down here. Are we going to repeat this? It's going to be something we can recognize here in the StarCraft game, because this is a 1-Rax expand, as 1-Rax expandy as you're ever going to get. I would love to see a bunker here. Why is this? The Zealot just needs to come down. I don't know why. Why are you going home? Are you trying to meet up with your Dragoon buddy? Sure, I guess you could. What? I don't understand the defensive situation here from Sky. I don't understand what's going on. But I don't like it. Like, this build is a pressure build. So yeah, there's your Citadel of a Dune. There's your second gate. I mean, economically you're even, but this is going to get worse because we're double pumping SCVs and no pro production is coming in at all right now. So he needs an academy is what he needs. And tell me this is an academy. Engineering bay works too. Turrets are fine. I think it's going to be fine. I really... the fact that there was no aggression here against Haya with the early Zealot and the early Dragoon... Like, he's spending all of his time trying to kill this SCV for unknown reasons. The SCV is trying to scout, but that body block is real, and the SCV is dead. Probe doing his job there. Alright, so 2 DTs in production right now. Engineering bay done. Turret construction needs to begin, like, presently. Maybe not right this very second, but like next 10 seconds would be good. Alright, so the pressure's here. But again, the SCV recognized there wasn't any Nexus. He knows this is a one-base style attack. Where in the name of all that is holy? Why is he not building a missile turret? Why is he not preparing for DTs? This is what I am interested in finding out. Now? Ooh, I see you. Come on. Come on, SCV number 2346. Wow. This, okay. All right. Well, the DTs are here. There's no detection. Ooh, a turret just started construction somewhere. Ooh, right here. It's too late. What is this? What is even happening with these Terrans? They're just not respecting the one base DT play at all. I mean, kind of. Again, he had the engineering bay. He had the ability to make turrets in time to stop this from happening. I love the barracks kind of over here, so you can't necessarily target fire the missile turret, but it doesn't work out. I mean, sure, you could lose some SCVs here. You're on 2 bases. The bigger problem is going to be dying. But, you know, all right. So you took some damage there. But you got vultures, you got tanks. Another tank comes out. You got detection in the form of this missile turret. Okay, well, losing your tank there to Dragoons fairly easily is a problem. That tank taking big-time swipes. Okay, that was... Oh, right, never mind. Highest control is just not of the order of magnitude needed to hold here, unfortunately. And that's it, man. The manor pylons coming in. They're trying to block stuff that comes out of here, right? Anything that comes out of this factory is going to come out the bottom and get stuck by these pylons. It's a little bit of a manor situation, but... oh, my gosh, that DT killed him. He was stuck. And that's it, man. He's out. Bam. Sky is your winner. Oh, look at him morphing in a Dark Archon there, too. Fantastic. Fantastic. Just styling, yo. Dude, what a high, buddy. Again, that's twice. Terran has gone for the detection, but too late? I don't know. It feels like it was too late. All right. Well, we're learning some lessons here today in the cheese compilation. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a good time with it for sure. I kind of want to see a Terran player hold a DT rush, but I don't know that we need it. You know what I mean? Like, we know what it looks like because, well, I guess we don't know what it looks like, but we know what they need to do just a little bit faster is all. Amazing. Okay, we'll be back. More cheese, Falcon, Brood War next. Is Whoring 2 versus Last. Terran fighting Spirit, bottom left. It is Last. Under his well-known Smurf name, Everty Ashley. And in the bottom right, it is a Teal Protoss player, Whoring 2. Under his Smurf name, EverPC. More PvT. You think we'll see DTs, you guys? Kind of feel like we'll see DTs again. Ah, peaceful and stately is the Protoss music. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to cannon rush on a 4-player map like this, your probe needs to be gone. You need to make this pylon, and then that probe needs to go out and start looking. Unless you want to get really lucky. Regular old gateway, regular old barracks. Ah, the 22-year-old Protoss theme is just... it's just good. It's just nice. Ah, we are doing the old pylon block in here, though. It's annoying, and it makes you be worried that there are cannons that are going to come after this, right? So you have to actually pull SCBs off the line to deal with it. It does cost money as well for the Protoss to do this, so it's not free harassment, obviously. Man, that really messes up the pathing. Is that guy stuck? There's actually an SCB stuck back here. This might actually be... Oh, did he just mineral walk? That guy just... The mineral walks. Alright, so those are dealt with, but guess who's at your front door? It's Mr. Zealot. Bob the Zealot, if you watch Lag TV. They're more of a StarCraft 2 duo, but they like StarCraft. Alright, man. Here we go. Zealot pressure all the livelong day from Protoss these days. Have we seen a Terran... I really haven't seen Terran cheese today, other than kind of 2 racks, just pressure openings, right? Get back inside your home, last. Ugh. That's the thing. It takes about a bajillion shots from a Marine to kill a Zealot. That said, they're faster, but you can't fire while shooting. It's a whole big thing. Another Zealot shows up. We're not expanding, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting a cybernetic score now. There's going to be some Zealot problems. I really don't understand the purpose of waiting at all. I honestly don't. Like, maybe you regen your shields a little bit. Maybe that's what the plan is, but more and more Marines are coming out all the time. The factory is getting a machine shop. And the Marine positioning here is really nice. This is like the most passive Zealot pressure I may have seen, and he's just exiting the building. Alright. Well, I've gotta say that Last is in a really good spot here, yo. He's not trying to expand in the face of this one base play from the Protoss. It is a Templar Archives. Alright, here we go! Okay, Last is probably the best Terran player that we have cast in this situation today. So if anyone can hold a DT rush off of one base that shows up at your, at your home around 6 minutes, it's going to be Last. That said, he has no detection at the moment. That said, they say the best defense is a good offense. So maybe you just Marine tank push and kill the Protoss before we can get any DTs out anyway. How's that sound? I like them apples. So, alright, that's done. We're going to get a DT. And there will be no detection to handle it, because there's not an academy, there's no engineering bay. Last is expanding behind this. But, again, if you just lose everything and the DT can't stop it, you're still dead. Oh, that is so many Marines. Yeah, when you have like 10 Marines, that Zealot's not going to do as well, friends. Okay, just delay, Spider Mine on the mineral line. Wait, I think... Oh, it got killed. Alright, DT, save everyone. Save the world here. You know what the detectors, though? Spider Mines are. Ooh, if you can lay one around... You try to catch that guy. You try to catch that DT... You can maybe make it happen. This is a little bit nuts. This is a tight situation. DT priority here is, in fact, the bunker. Takes it down. Wow, this probe transfer. Ah, so the Nexus is dead, which sucks. Last is expanding behind it. The DT... Wait. The DT died? Something killed the first DT. I don't know what it was. A spider mine might have caught him. Because again, there is no detection. Okay, there's your academy. And there's your ComSat station. So you're working on it. That was a probe. Yeah, I don't know. You're kind of contained in here right now, aren't you? These spider mines. Dragoons don't want to leave. DTs don't want to leave. It's really dangerous stuff. All you can do is replant your Nexus. and hope you're not too far behind economically when all is said and done. I mean, Last cut a bunch of SCVs to do that, so he's down in worker count. But we are incredibly oversaturated inside the main base right now with too many workers for the Protoss. Or Horang 2. But guess who's here? It's the mech squad. And anytime you get sieged up on like this, there's your scan, and your DT is dead. And that's your GG. Alright, man. Last knows how to handle this. Last is like, alright, man, in the face of DT rushes, don't get detection. Just go crush. Just go crush your opponent. Stop their second base, kill a bunch of units, and then come back later and kill them forever. Get spider mines out, right? Spider mines are out. Yeah, and let's show up with siege tanks. Good. Really good stuff. That's it, man. That is it for the Cheese Comp for August 2020 Cheese Compilation number 5. I think it's going to be, it's great. It's been a really, really good Cheese Compilation. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see if we can get some cannon rushes in the next one. I'll ask Squeal to try to find some cannon rushes for the cannon rush aficionados involved in this channel, including myself. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.